Okay, once again, good morning. It's just about 10:43 a.m. on a Tuesday morning. And maybe you can see behind me that brick building there with the glass. That is the Wilmington, Delaware courthouse, to which I am about to enter. Filed some papers about 2 weeks ago, some lawful papers, and I need to go in and just kind of check up on some things. But I want you to share this video simply because I'm about to drop a jewel for anyone that may be dealing with a court scenario. So for those of you that understand the law, you can pass right by this video. You'll know what I'm talking about immediately. But there's someone out there that needs to hear this, and I know that because I was on my way into the courthouse and the Holy Spirit made me stop and do this video. Even though it's not what I want to do, it's what I feel as if I'm guided and I'm led to do, is drop this jewel for someone who needs it. And I don't know when they need it, so I'm just asking you to please share the video and get it out so that it may save someone's life. So most of us already know, we're already fully aware that everything has a spirit. You have a spirit, I have a spirit, dogs, cats, everything, it has a spirit. The cars, the street, it's made out of earthly products. The earth produced the products, the ingredients, for lack of a better word, in order to build a car and to build a building. So buildings have spiritual energy just like humans. And how can I explain this? See, I'm rushing because I have got to go, but I feel like it's important that I get this out. So, if you understand that just like human beings have spirits, Mother Nature, the earth has a spirit, and every building and piece of everything on the earth also has spiritual energy because it was made from the earth, all right? Understanding that, then you will know that the courts, the room or the house of courts, that building right there, it also has a spiritual energy. So the jewel that I'm dropping for you today is simply this. Most of us know that when you're dealing with spiritual energy, you need to be prayed up, as they would say. As my Christian brothers and sisters say, you got to get prayed up, right? And many of us do say a little prayer, a little short something, before we walk into the courtroom. Here's the jewel. The book of Psalms that we love so much because it's so full of, encouragement and comfort and all of those wonderful attributes, right? The book of Psalms is also a book of spells. Now, I know to some of you where you're going to just turn me off right there and say I'm crazy and all of the other adjectives that you could use. Some of you will understand it. But I need you to know the book of Psalms is also a book of spells. Prayers. That's all prayers are, is spells. When you speak them, you are spelling out that which you are seeking. Before entering any courthouse, all right? The brick building with the glass in the back. Never walk into any courtroom, courthouse, that's a courthouse, and in the courthouse there are rooms of court. Never walk into the courthouse without speaking or praying your spell first. And I have one here for you, the one that I like to use on most occasions from the book of Psalms. And I don't have time to go through what every word means. You have to understand language and words. Please do the research. I always invite people to qualify the information I share with you. Look it up, research it, get the etymology of the word. The root of the word will tell you the true meaning of what the word is. So, if you want to, it's a prayer of protection. So when you walk into the courthouse and the rooms of court, you are spiritually protected from those that are your enemies that would vie against you. Remember, court is adversarial. The whole reason we have court is so that the prosecutor can prosecute, the defense can defend, and then you have the judge in the middle who is going to decide between the prosecution and the defense, right? So it's very adversarial. That's what court is meant to do. You go in court, you have an argument, you argue your defense or your prosecution, and that's what court is. It's an argument. You prepare your argument. It's adversarial. Whoever has the best argument usually is the one that wins, and the best argument always includes the best law. But prior to walking into the court, say this psalm or these two psalms, combine them together, which is what I do, and you're welcome to pick the psalm that works best for you. I particularly am interested Psalm number 55. It says, "Give ear to my prayer, O God, and hide not thyself from my supplication," which is, supplication means prayers or my spells. The other one is Psalm 8. It says, O Lord, how excellent is thy name in all the earth. Remember, the earth, the courtroom is built out of the earth. Everything we're walking on, the cement, the concrete, the bricks, the mortar, the stone, it's all made out of the earth. And anyone who studies construction or science, I mean, it's pretty obvious to understand that, right? It doesn't take rocket science to know that everything that's on the earth was built from the earth. So, Psalm 55 combined with Psalm 8 will give you a level of protection prior to walking into the courthouse. The short version of that, which I know may be difficult for some of us, is the Latin word dominus noster, which is what I say, which basically pretty much simply means, O Lord, how great art thou. Dominus noster. And again, that's the Latin, the original language that the courts were built on before they became civil laws. There were common laws. And again, it gets really deep. I don't have time to go into all of that. I'm giving you a nugget, a jewel of information. Please do the research, and that's fine if you think I'm crazy. Perhaps I am. But I'll tell you, since I've been understanding the book of Psalms and the spelling, the prayers, and how to properly apply it in relationship to the courthouse, the house of court that holds rooms of court, I've only lost one case since I've been doing this, and I've been in these courts since my son was arrested for 12 years. 12 years ago, I started my journey in understanding the law. So, I'm no slouch at it. I'm pretty good at what I do, and I've only lost one case in 12 years. I think that's pretty good considering I don't have a piece of paper from University of Law School or whatever. So the jewel that I'm dropping, Psalm 55 combined with Psalm 8, prior to walking over the threshold of the courthouse, the house of court. All right? Please share this video. I don't know who it is and why the Holy Spirit stopped me. I've got a time schedule to adhere to, but the Holy Spirit stopped me and forced me, not forced, but wouldn't leave me alone until I made this video and gave you that jewel, dropped that nugget, because there's somebody out there who's about to enter into a courthouse, a courtroom, and their life may depend on them having this knowledge. So even if it's nothing to you, or you already, you know it all, that's fine. Pass on by. What I'm asking you is to share the video, because somebody needs to hear it. It might save their life, or at least help them to do better in their argument, an adversarial in court. All right, I'm Rachelle Wilson. I've got to get going. Headed into the house of court to see about my paperwork that I filed. Lawful paperwork. Take care. Hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday. Terrific Tuesday. Talk to you soon, and God bless. Peace and grace.